Tulsa Drillers named former Wichita State coach Eric Wedge as their new head coach. Team in the same league as the Wichita Wind Surge. Just before the Wichita State baseball season in 2023, Wedge, quote, mutually parted ways with the school. Wedge said he was stepping away to focus on personal health-related matters. When the sides agreed to part, there was no mention of those issues in Wichita State's statement. Wedge's Drillers will play in Wichita in May.